The tent had been cut open. Not from the outside. From the inside. Outside, the temperature had dropped below -30 degrees. 9 experienced hikers had been sleeping inside that tent. Within minutes, they had abandoned it. Some barefoot. Some wearing only socks. And whatever made them run into the night was never clearly explained. In February 1959, a group of young hikers entered the remote Ural Mountains in the Soviet Union. They were experienced, prepared, and used to extreme winter expeditions. But something happened on the side of a mountain called Kholat Syakhl, a name that roughly translates to Mountain of the Dead. Tonight, we're going to reconstruct what likely happened there. Step by step. The group was made up of students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. Most of them were in their early 20s. Strong. Athletic. Experienced in winter travel. Their leader was Igor Dyatlov. Calm. Methodical. Respected by the others. This wasn't a reckless adventure. They were attempting a difficult ski expedition that would earn them a top certification in Soviet mountaineering. They trained for this. They planned for this. Nothing about the trip suggested danger. At least, not yet. On January 23, 1959, the group left the city of Sverdlovsk by train. Photographs from the trip show them smiling, laughing, joking with each other. Days later they reached the last inhabited settlement before the wilderness. A small village on the edge of the northern Ural Mountains. It was here that one member of the group made a decision that would unknowingly save his life. Yuri Yudin began experiencing severe back pain. He turned back. The remaining 9 hikers continued deeper into the mountains. It would be the last time anyone saw them alive. By the end of January, the group was traveling through increasingly harsh terrain. The temperature dropped. Wind picked up. Visibility became worse. Still, the hikers pushed forward. Their destination was a mountain known locally as Kholat Syakhl. To them, it was simply another obstacle along the route. But something about that area would soon change everything. On February 1st, weather conditions began to deteriorate rapidly. Snowstorms reduced visibility. The hikers appear to have become slightly disoriented. Instead of descending into the forest for shelter, they set up their tent on the exposed slope of the mountain. It was not the safest place to camp. But experienced hikers sometimes made decisions like this to avoid losing altitude. They ate dinner. They wrote in their journals. Nothing in their notes suggested fear. Everything seemed normal. Until that night. At some point during the night, something woke them up. We don't know what. But within minutes, the group cut their way out of the tent. Not through the entrance. Through the fabric. From the inside. Then they ran. Into the freezing darkness. When rescuers later arrived, they found something strange. Footprints. 9 sets of them. Leading away from the tent. Down the mountain. But the footprints didn't show signs of panic. They were calm. Ordered. Almost as if the hikers had simply walked away. Why would experienced mountaineers abandon their shelter in temperatures that could kill someone in less than an hour? No one could answer that. The first bodies were discovered near the edge of the forest. Under a large cedar tree. 2 hikers had attempted to start a fire. Branches above them had been broken. As if someone had climbed the tree to look back toward the tent. But the fire was small. And the cold was relentless. Over the following weeks, search teams discovered the rest of the group. Some appeared to be attempting to return to the tent. Others were found deeper in a ravine. Several had died from hypothermia. But some had severe internal injuries. Broken ribs. A fractured skull. Strangely, there were almost no external wounds. One of the hikers was missing her tongue. The mystery deepened. Over the years, many theories have been proposed. An avalanche. Military testing in the area. A rare natural phenomenon called infrasonic wind. Some even suggested something far stranger. But none of the explanations answered every question. Why cut the tent open? Why leave without proper clothing? Why walk calmly into the freezing night?